we're here at the Universal Orlando Resort.
Oh God. I'm not too long.
What's up guys, I'm the East Coaster fan. Today is day 2 of the 2023 Florida trip, and we're back here at Universal Orlando Resort for Martin Luther King Day. So why not celebrate this holiday in style, am I right? We're actually here for early entry, so we're going to be heading to Islands of Adventure, which opens in about 20 minutes. So other than that, I'll see you at the entrance. Got to the early entry. It's alright. I think they're trickling some people in now. And there was like the same amount of crowds on the other side. So, to be honest, I thought it would be like stretching all the way to the bridge. So it is better than I thought it would be. But I guess that's what happens when you get to the early entry like 5 minutes before the early entry really starts. Officially through the gate, now I will head to Hagrid's as my first ride of the day. Also, I should point out that they weren't really checking my hotel badge right there, which is pretty weird. It felt like then anyone could do the early entry. And since I'm starting at Islands first, today is truly where the adventure begins. Disregard what I just said about them checking the passes, because they just did it over there by the entrance of Seuss Landing. That's interesting. They let like anyone in at the beginning, but they can't like go past this point, which is weird. Oh boy, 120 minutes right away. Well, I need the credit, so I think I'm gonna stick this one out. It's gonna be painful. I will say with this extended queue, you get some interesting shots of the former 8th Voyage of Sinbad stunt show that they used to have here. Funny enough, the line wrapped inside at the very top, so here's actually a better view of the stage. They've like kept everything intact, which is funny. I guess they have like no means of replacing it anytime soon. A little over half hour and we're finally heading towards the entrance of Hogsmeade. That just goes to show you how long this wait is. Also, the reason there's like those pulses and movement, I guess, in the line, which I will say the line is moving pretty fast, is because there's a gap right there in case anyone wants to go on the Hogwarts Express.
2 hours is long enough.
All done with Hagrid, so in the end waited just over 2 hours for it. Right as I got on, or right before I was gonna get on, they decided to add 2 more trains, so that added on to the wait. But overall, really fun ride. I enjoyed it, and I definitely want to get it again, maybe at night. You can probably tell right next to me. Hello. Michael has joined me for the trip, at least for today.
Yeah, just today. I'm at Universal today and I'm leaving tonight.
But he did Disney yesterday as well as Busch Gardens Tampa.
My legs are so
on Saturday.
Disney.
My legs are sore from yesterday.
Did you have to walk from Epcot?
I will on Thursday. We also have another person here.
I'm Dan.
Yep. Dan's joining us, and as well as another, or actually a few enthusiasts are going to be joining us even later. It's going to be a fun-filled enthusiast day. So actually, next stop on our list is the one ride I've been waiting to ride this entire time. The one you've been begging me.
I've been waiting for you to ride this.
It's VelociCoaster.
Welcome to the VelociCoaster.
goes aside from my soul. There goes aside, there goes aside. Now there goes aside from my soul. There goes aside from my soul. There goes aside, there goes aside. There goes aside from my soul. I think it's all angels just walk by. I think it's all angels just walk by. I think it's all angels just walk by. I think it's all angels just walk by.
Finally done with VelociCoaster. That was really good. I enjoyed that. We were sat in the back row for request. It was a little rattly, I will say that. But once we got to that like second half, that's where the ride really shined for me. With so much airtime and obviously the Mosasaurus roll. Also, I will say I loved like the interaction with the rocks. That was really good. Overall, a great coaster. Easily the best one that I've been on this trip so far, but that's comparing it to Woody Woodpecker. Oh my god!
Oh, hello,
It's David!
It was really good. Oh my gosh, I sat in my seat. Were you thrilled? It was amazing.
We literally saw you guys.
We got you guys on film.
We got no way.
Yeah, we didn't even know it was your train, and I started filming, and then I saw Michael's Skyrim.
Insert the clip of what he filmed.
Michael's on that. No, Michael and Sean are in the back row.
No,
They are in the back row right now. No freaking way! I think Michael's wearing his freaking Skyrim shirt. That's how I saw.
Just screw it. Yup.
I'm fooling around right now in Misha Piala, where there's like a lot of good views you can get from up here, as well as these paths down here, overlooking everywhere in Islands of Adventure. Really, any of these like border paths are great to look at. There's one right now going. Time to steer the ship. Alright, mateys. Headed straight for VelociCoaster.
Captain, Velociraptor right ahead.
Go! We have a room full of spinach. Can never have enough spinach.
Oh, help.
You afraid to get wet? There they go. Oh, right in their lap. And that is why I don't do this ride. Second ride now done on VelociCoaster. This time towards the front, not the very front, but still got a feel for what the front is like. Amazing. That was so good. That might honestly be better than my back row ride. I'd have to ride it more to really get a sense, but still, the same quality of that first ride was there. I absolutely loved it. We actually decided to take the Hogsmeade train over to Diagon Alley again. So I did this yesterday, but gonna be doing it again, so why not? And then we'll just do some more rides in studios. Here in the Studios Park again, we're actually heading towards Rip Ride Rocket. But while we're walking, I'm just snacking on a pretzel right now. We're gonna reserve Transformers The Ride 3D. So that's why we're getting a lot of rides done today, because we're reserving them thanks to Dan. Alright, got off of my first ever ride on a Rip Ride Rocket. Okay. I decided to choose Moving Right Along as my song of choice. Meanwhile,
Which, by the way, the first time I did it, I did Rainbow Connection. So good choice in Muppets.
yeah, Michael and Dan, we both did Freebird. How was that like?
It was just the drum solo.
Or the guitar solo.
Yeah.
But like going up the lift hill was like
Yeah, so it starts out like Freebird, and then the rest just
it's just the guitar solo.
But I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that's still good.
Yeah, the song aspect of it makes it super re-rideable. The ride itself, though, it feels like an aero coaster in like how it runs and feels. Like there are definitely a lot of bumps to it, a lot of janky moments.
For recently, it feels like Mind Blower.
But yeah, I mean, if it's a shorter wait, I maybe do it again with a different song just to see what it's like. But I'm glad I did it.
And think David's gonna do this like how many times tomorrow?
By the way, if you have noticed, David, Amanda, and Gabe, that's right. They're all still at Islands. They're all hanging out. We kind of disbanded for the day, but that's okay. I'll be seeing David tomorrow at the park. But anyway, let's move on to our next ride.
He wants us to get everybody over to the party at Sullivan's. Sounds like a plan. That party is a ready-made diversion. Keep it going.
Please stay off any of our warehouse trailers, trees, curbs, or crops. If you have any questions, please speak to the nearest coordinator number. All right, enjoy the ride.
I'll try. All finished with Fast and Furious Supercharged. Now I have ridden the version in Hollywood, so I knew about that like main like 360 effect. The rest of the ride, I will give this ride credit in one effect it did. At the beginning when it's like you're speeding through a dark tunnel with the lights, that was actually pretty cool and well done. But the rest of that, family. Yeah, but the rest of the experience was eh. I mean, it literally felt like we were in that video game that Michael played when we were at Funland of Fredericksburg.
Now, have we mentioned family yet?
I think so.
I don't think there's enough family in this family ride.
It's time for us to experience Transformers, the ride, in 3D. All done with Transformers the Ride 3D. That was alright, I liked it, but definitely no Spider-Man in my opinion.
Whatever, man. I think Transformers is way better than Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know, it's just a harder story to tell for me. Then again, I haven't really seen many of the Transformers movies, so that could be the reason too. There goes Squidward! No, please do the dab! Do the meme! Making our way over to E.T. Adventure to try for the first time. But I gotta point out that Kid Zone is officially no more. They put like, looks like garbage bags honestly, over the Kid Zone sign, and everything's blocked behind this giant wooden fence. So I'm glad I experienced it while I did. The mystery, the suspense, the adventure, the E.T. adventure.
Hello, I'm Steven Spielberg, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the E.T. adventure.
Just got our interplanetary passports, and now we're entering, wow, it's hard to see, the dark forest, it seems like. All done with E.T. Before I talk about the ride, you said probably the funniest thing before.
Bro, think about it. Just think about it for a second. E.T. the ride survived the 90s.
It survived the 90s.
The 90s.
The 90s.
Also, I'm so mad they didn't say my name, Tony, during the ride.
And it didn't say my name, Tony, either.
They didn't say your name, Tony, either.
But overall, the ride, yeah, what I expected. It's an old ride, so you gotta give it that. But the whole storyline seems like Steven Spielberg's acid trip.
Yep, pretty much.
Action! Looking good, ladies.
Come and get me, boys.
Hold on, stay back, what's up? All right, light the fire, guitar. 5 tons. Suzanne, do you know 5 tons?
got our ride done with on Revenge of the Mummy. You can see the line there is really long. Thankfully, we were able to use the express that Dan has. But overall, I really like this coaster. The coaster, I mean, segment itself, much better than Hollywood's, and it had some like surprising airtime moments to it, as well as just good twists and turns. The big drop that's after the fake out was also pretty good, a lot steeper, and it caught me off guard. But, and you know, the theming on this is great as always. So yeah, really like that ride. Make it back over to Island so we can get a ride on our final main coaster, actually, the Incredible Hulk. Well, at least in Islands. I forgot about Gringotts. Scratch that, the line was a little bit too long, so we're gonna head in the opposite direction. We made a reservation for Hagrid's. We won't be able to do it until 5:45, so instead, we're gonna do Flight of the Hippogriff. Just because. It's a bit dark, but we just finished Hagrid's. It's actually not nighttime, we're just in like a dark tunnel. There we are, we're going into a little bit more light. But that was really good. We got sort of a sunset ride on it. Good enough for me. And that was running great. I got the bike this time. And yeah, just as good as before. Very consistent.
Boy, well that was a great ride right back there. We saw all these nice creatures.
So many creatures. We even found a den.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
But anyway, that's it for today. We're gonna head out and I'll share our thoughts on everything that we've done. The adventure began, and now the adventure lives on as we make our way out of Islands of Adventure. And that's the end of our day here at Universal Orlando Resort, standing outside the entrance/exit of Islands of Adventure to do this outro. Overall, amazing day. Got on so many new rides like Hagrid's, VelociCoaster, over in Studios, Mummy, and E.T. of course. What do you guys think of the day?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely hectic. My legs are sore just from this
Me too.
past weekend. But I definitely had a really fun time revisiting my #1 coaster, getting back on a lot of my old favorites, and just having a great day at the park.
And Transformers is still good, and the best ride in the park.
No.
It's good. Wouldn't say it's the best ride. Spider-Man's better.
I agree.
I don't.
And also thank you to David, Gabe, and Amanda for hanging out with us today. That was awesome, and I'll be seeing David again tomorrow. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a like. If you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. For more content, be sure to follow me on Instagram at East Coaster Fan.
You can follow me at Blue Diamond Coasters on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
And I Hate Fruit on Instagram.
Awesome. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.